we are here with Carolina Postal's Deb McLean, and we're talking CSA strategy training. How's it going today, Deb?
It's going great. Love being here in Washington, D.C. So
It is certainly exciting, yes, indeed.
Yes.
But you guys have some cool news to talk about.
Yeah.
And your credit union implemented a kind of a new strategy regarding credit scores and stuff. Can you explain that a little bit?
Absolutely. We're in our second year of the program. So 2 years ago, we heard Celeste Cook of CUStrategies talk, and she talked about our CSA program, Credit Score Analysis. And this is a program where you go in and you help the individual member with not just making a loan to them, but also building the credit score. We heard her speak. We went to a 3-day training seminar along with other credit unions. And then we actually had her come in for a week and train us on the CSA. And we became very excited and re-energized about the program and what we were doing as a credit union. Yes.
So, I mean, well, what issues was your credit union experiencing at the time when Celeste came in to talk?
Like a lot of people, and we do serve largely postal and federal employees, particularly postal. And so with the economic downturn, et cetera, usually we'll see when something's happening in the loan environment, we see it a few months later after the curve. Well, the Postal Service has been going through a lot of crises. So a lot of our members were hanging on to the cars they had, so we didn't have the standard flow of new auto loans, used car loans as we used to. Also, some of them had struggled quite a bit with some bad lending decisions in the past elsewhere at a bank. So we were facing some of that. So our loan volume was down, and we kind of plateaued. We weren't as energized, and we wanted to be. We wanted to get excited again about being part of a credit union and do what we do best.
How was that holding back from fully serving your members, though? Because there's going to be some ramifications there.
How it's holding back?
Yeah, how is it holding you guys back from fully serving?
We were, the numbers weren't good, and we were even to the point if the numbers kept sliding downward, there's a possibility of having to let a couple people go.
Oh, wow.
We had 5 branches, and we're a small credit union, around 90 million now, 10,000 members, but we have 5 branches. We're spread out through the state of North Carolina to serve the postal employees, and there was a possibility we might have had to close one branch that didn't have the volume they used to. So these were very serious issues of great concern, of course, to our CEO, EVP, and our board.
But it turns out you didn't, because you implemented some cool strategies. So and again, you implemented like a couple years ago. And so can you give us a couple of the strategies that you implemented
Absolutely. It's always frustrating. I'm also in business development. I would go out and someone would come up and I'd be bragging about the credit union and how we can do so many wonderful things. And they would say, oh, I got bad credit. And I would kind of wince and go, well, we'll help you, because we did want to help. We wanted to find ways to say yes and not no, but we were kind of missing something. There was just kind of a gap there. Once we got the CUStrategies training, I couldn't wait for a member to come up to me and say, you can't help me because I have a bad credit score. Because suddenly I could. We had a step-by-step program where the loan officer worked with the member. When we would pull a credit report, and I don't want to say we did an autopsy, because that sounds like it's dead in the water, but let's say it was floating slowly. And so we would come in, pull a credit report, and really do a thorough analysis, it's credit score analysis, of what had happened to them, why their credit score was bad. Many cases we found members were doing things every day that was hurting their credit score, and they weren't even aware of it. So with the CUStrategies, we learned how to analyze the credit score or credit report. Then we'd sit down with the member and go through step by step what they could do to improve it, how many months it might take to improve it, how many points they got back. Step by step, we could show them. The key with this was taking their unsecured credit that had high interest rates and refinancing it with a secured loan. And it's not just the loan volume. We had great loan volume. One of our gentlemen who attended the 3-day training, one of the loan officers, came back and within a week did $87,000 worth of car loans with members that in the past we would not have been able to help. So just that alone, we were so excited about that from the 3-day. That's when we decided to get Celeste in for the entire week.
Nice.
So it was really, really impressive.